Hello, everyone. Nice to be here chatting with you. My name is Madison Hubbell. My partner is somewhere on your screen, some corner, Zachary Donohue. We have skated together for 11 years, and we have been training and competing very well for the last 4 since our 2018 Winter Games experience. And actually, in 2 days, we will be going to our first senior Grand Prix event, Skate America. So taking each step as we go, getting prepared for, as she said, 100 days until the games. It's coming very quickly. I probably have the most hair, beauty, skincare items of anyone. Absolutely. I have super dry skin anyways, and training in a cold environment does not help that. So I would say my favorite thing is Bobbi Brown, it's called the extra moisturizing, deep moisturizing. It's like a little pot. It's like one of their cult classic creams. That's probably my favorite. It goes on every day and under all of my competition makeup. So Zach and I think, had some good experiences as well as bad experiences, through this whole pandemic situation. I think slowing down and having to take some breaks off the ice proved to be actually very beneficial. As everyone knows, staying healthy as an elite athlete is one of the major parts of training. And so last season, the few times that we did travel to a competition, when we came back, we had a 2-week quarantine, and it actually proved to be really a great training tool for our body. And we felt like we started this season more rested and more in shape than we've ever been. And so we are relieved that things are starting to return to normal, that some of the restrictions are being lifted. But overall, we chose to see the blessing in that restriction during last season. Well, yeah, it was strange. We usually spend all of our time together, and with how strict everything was here, we really did a lot of virtual training even between the two of us. There wasn't really the opportunity or the reason to get together because we weren't really supposed to be socializing outdoors. So I would say, being able to just observe Zach from the outside, and I think also for him having some alone time and stepping away from the daily grind and maybe having more time to explore his own interests. The thing that struck me was I've always known he's a hardworking person and creative and very capable, but I don't know that he always knew that about himself. And I saw a lot of growth in that he was able to say what he wanted, communicate what he wanted, and follow through with that plan. And, I can be a little bit of a taskmaster on the ice and be the one that feels like I'm driving the ship sometimes. But it was really nice to see him in his own life just take charge and show up for himself in a new way. And I think he became even stronger, even better athlete in those months where maybe other people just sat at home and watched Netflix. So I was really proud of him. I guess I view figure skating in all of its disciplines as this endlessly interesting, evolving art form. And like Jason said, that everybody brings their own perspective. I think there's something really special about the fact that each athlete, no matter their placement, no matter how many years they stayed in the sport, they're able to leave some piece behind. Something might evolve because of what they brought to the table. And so often in sport, there's one winner and a whole line of people that don't make it. And I think skating has this kind of community and this art form because we do it in shows, because people stay around and coach. Like, there's so much to be offered, and it's always changing. And I know that makes it a difficult sport sometimes for viewership. It's hard to nail down all the rules, even for me. I don't know all the rules of men's when I watch men's. But like if I take a Jason, like for me, Jason took this cookie cutter that other people were trying to, say that this was the way to get to the top. And he said, well, I've got another way. And he's made his impact on skating. And I think he's made this really emotional standard. This, like he said, he wants to go to Beijing and like lay it all out on the ice. And that's how he expresses himself. I relate to that so much. I see that when he performs, and he's left a legacy that people feel that they have something to strive to. They have something that maybe wasn't the standard before him. So, I just think that it's a really interesting duality between physical exertion and excellence of sport with art forms and the endless possibility of creating something new. My entire skating journey, I have always had the support of my family and the lesson being drilled into me by my parents, which is not every day will be easy, not every day will be fun, but only keep doing it if the daily work is worth it. Enjoy the journey, enjoy the years of training. You never know what might happen. So if you're just staying in for an Olympic experience, don't do it. It's not worth it. So every day is, hard work, but I truly enjoy the sport. And I think Zach and I were very clear that after 2018, we didn't feel like we had, finished yet. We didn't really talk about whether or not we were going to go for another full 4. We didn't sit down with a contract, but it just felt right. We both knew more or less that the other one was still interested, still wanted to explore. And it's kind of happened naturally as well now that we both came to each other with kind of this feeling of, okay, I think this is the last year and let's enjoy every single second and try to soak it in as much as we possibly can. And happy to say that this will be the last one. But it wasn't really a question. It just seemed right. We followed our gut.